Man, y'all are sick. But speaking of sick people, man, let's get the freaking Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer finally got fired, you know. And before I just go all in on Herb, I want to tell you I don't blame Herb. I blame Shad. I blame Shad Khan for developing an obsession for a guy who is a great college coach, who comes off as a terrible human being, and thought that he could bring him to a league that he doesn't watch, he's not connected to, and think he could succeed. Y'all remember when I talked about like the whole owners need to be held to like the same standard as like coaches, GMs, and players, and like have the ability to be cut, have the ability to be suspended, or you operate on an interim basis, like just to increase the competition, to ensure that these owners are actually trying to win. If we implemented my plan, Shad Khan would not be owning an NFL team right now, and the league would be better for it. You know, people tried to make the Jimmy Johnson comparisons. Jimmy Johnson wanted to be an NFL coach. Jimmy Johnson was NFL camps and clinics. Jimmy Johnson was understanding the NFL life. You want to make the comparison to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll coached in the NFL before he coached at USC, okay? Urban Meyer said that he didn't watch NFL football. Urban Meyer has had controversy damn near everywhere he's been. Urban Meyer gets upset, and when Urban Meyer doesn't get what he wants, he leaves.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay, that's it. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. But
That's Urban Meyer. Urban freaking Cartman. When he gets mad, he just says,
screw you guys, I'm going home.
And it's happened again and again and again. When controversy came to him in Florida, what did he say?
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
When controversy came to him in Ohio State, what did he say?
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
When he was after he got beat by Cincinnati and he didn't fight back with his team, what did he say?
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
It's a trend. That's what he does. And I can only blame Urban so much for being himself when Shad Khan picked him. You picked him. You had the number one pick, so you had to pick up the litter of coaches, and you picked
screw you guys, I'm going home.
Freaking Urban Meyer, Urban Cartman. That's what you did. And you deserve what you got. You deserve the controversy of the Iowa strength coach. Like, Herb, what were you thinking?
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
The old ball coach. And then what else did he do? He brought in Tim Tebow, and what did he tell us?
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
And then what else happens? He goes to Ohio. He stays in Ohio. He gets caught out with the young lady, and then once he sees the young lady and pictures get taken, he's screwing around. And he shouldn't have done it. And what does he do?
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
He goes home, and then what happens next? He calls out his coaches, tell them they're losers, and what does he say?
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
Yeah, right. You better get back to...
And that's who Urban is. He's the old ball coach. He kicks the kicker. You picking on the kicker. Why? But you won't go pick on the linebacker. You won't go pick on Miles Jack. You won't go pick on James Robinson. You won't go pick on Trevor Lawrence. You understand what I'm saying here? You want to go pick on the kicker. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
Yeah, right. You better get back to school, little boy.
Oh! Get your ass to jail!
And that's what Urban told Lambo. He kicked the kicker. Why? Because he could get away with it, and you must respect his authority. And if you have to ask people to respect your authority, then guess what, man? You have none. And that's why you're fired. because you have no authority. You think that because of what you've done at a lower level, you talked about how you talked with Ian Rappaport about how losing just eats at you. And how you just can't tolerate losing. You can't deal with losing. Hey man, look here, it's the NFL. Everybody loses. Bill Belichick lost 9 games last year. He won 7. You're not a better coach than Bill Belichick. I promise you that. Yeah, in college where you get to get the best players and you get to talk to them any type of way because you can get them to the league, you can get them to millions, and you give them millions, a high hundreds of thousands to come to you. Yeah, sure, you get away with a little bit. But when actually the playing field's leveled and it's about X's and O's, it's about decision making, it's about scheme, it's about adjustments. Look a little bit different when it ain't 5 stars versus 3 stars. It's a bunch of 5 stars out there. And I could just go on for days and days about Herb because Herb is so damn entitled. Herb is Herb is I mean,
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
that's all he wants you to do is respect his authority. And I didn't think it was gonna work when it first happened, because of Herb's style as a college coach. He's super controlling, hands on the program, and I didn't think he'd adjust to the NFL game. I mean, he had the issue with free agency. He bucked on COVID protocols. Um, he thinks he can do what he wants, but you know what? Again, Shad Khan deserved this because he just was so brilliant in his billionaireness. And don't get me wrong, these billionaire owners are brilliant, but there's no competency test that it takes to be an NFL owner. You just got to be cool enough with the right people and have enough money to get into the good old boys club. And I call me crazy, but I think some of these owners, the good owners, love when somebody who they know is going to be a bad owner wants to buy a team. Like, oh yeah, let him in so we can win. And I think Shad Khan falls into that, man, because he really thought that Urban could turn this thing around. Like, just look at his career path, man. He's not touched the league. He's a college guy, and controversy comes everywhere he goes. Do you think your place would be different? Do you think that based on the decisions that he made, it would be different? Yeah, you did because you hired him. And because you did it, it's going to work. And that crazy mentality turned you to a billionaire. But that same mentality is the reason why you're a bad owner. It's the same reason why Urban Meyer is a bad NFL coach, because you believe in yourself so much and you don't believe in others that you can't take a step back and say, you know what? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm going to let somebody who does fill in for me so that I can get to my end goal. But after Urban, kicked the kicker, after Urban skipped out on the flight, after Urban got called out by his quarterback indirectly, after Urban allegedly got into a verbal altercation with Marvin Jones Jr., after Urban called out his freaking coaching staff, you know what? Shaw just got tired of it. He was like, my God, I love this guy. I love what he's doing down here, but I just got to get rid of him,
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're